Now that this trade war crap is getting out of the way, dude, we're making so much money every day. The market's going up huge. Our stocks are going up huge. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wine bottles in my bank account. What? What is this? What is this? Hello? Trump did what? No. No. Futures have done what? Are you We just managed to get our flapjacks flipped once again the wrong way. Trump administration announces a list of tariffs on $200 billion in Chinese goods. Once you think just, things are calming down with the trade war and the trade tensions and all this stuff, and it's going on the back burner. Okay, here we go, we're clear. All of a sudden, it creeps right back up in your face like a cold in the middle of winter. The Trump administration on Tuesday released a list of 10% tariffs on $200 billion in Chinese goods, making good on the president's recent threats to escalate a broadening trade war with Beijing. The $200 billion figure we're looking at is roughly equal to their export to us, a senior administrative official said. The tariffs will not go into effect until around August, so it gives it around a 2-month review period. Some of the products on the list facing tariffs are from the Made in China 2025 sectors, the official said. Made in 2025 is a strategic plan that China wants to be a leader in a bunch of key industries. Obviously, we spoke about the MU situation. That got really ugly. It looked like this Chinese company ended up stealing a bunch of intellectual property from MU, and now a bunch of different products that MU actually sells are blocked. It's only about 1% of their revenue, but still it's 1% of their revenue, all right? When compiling the list of goods, the U.S. trade representatives took into account what would cause disruptions to China's economy. The official said that the administration has been extremely clear to China in terms of the concerns around trade, but China has been unresponsive. For over a year, the Trump administration has patiently urged China to stop its unfair practices, open its market, and engage in true market competition, U.S. trade officials said. Rather than address our legitimate concerns, China has begun to retaliate against U.S. products. The list of the new sanctions follows a warning by Trump that he may implement tariffs on at least $500 billion in Chinese goods, all right, after the Beijing basically did another $34 billion against the United States. It's just an ugly gets ugly situation. Now, as far as futures are already tanking, okay? I took the screenshot at 5:26 p.m., so we're over 10 hours away from the markets being open. The Dow is already down 225 points. S&P's already down 22.5 points. NASDAQ's already down 57 points. And just when you think, man, maybe this stuff is starting to take a back seat, and it has for the last week, all of a sudden it creeps right back up in your face. So basically, the 5-day on the Dow has been phenomenal. The Dow Jones in just the past 5 trading days is up over 700 points, okay? Up over 3%. The NASDAQ in the last 5 trading days is up nearly 3.5%. Everything was just going so good, so good. And now futures are already tanking, okay? As far as some of the stocks that are already being affected in after hours trading, Apple's one of them. Apple's down nearly 1% already after hours. Tesla's down nearly 2% after hours. Skyworks Solutions down around 1.7% after hours already. We have Google down over 1% after hours. MU's down over 2% after hours. Facebook's down around 1% after hours. Why Facebook is down is like beyond me, considering Facebook literally doesn't even do any business in China. So it's just like every time you think this stuff is behind us, it just creeps back up. And so now the question is, when's China going to go ahead and say, because China's going to retaliate somehow. They're going to say, oh, now we're going to hit you guys with this, or we're going to do this to you, or whatever. How is China going to retaliate? Now, this is the problem. The U.S. does something, then China retaliates, then the U.S. threatens again, and it sends the market down in a bunch of days in a row whenever this happens, okay? If once it kind of slowed, so, China had done its threat, the U.S. did its threat, and then things kind of cleared out for a while, and it was like, okay, things might be okay. Then all of a sudden we get hit with this now. Markets are taking a nosedive. 5, China's probably going to retaliate somehow and say, oh, we're going to do this to you. US is going to say, if you do that, we're going to do this again. It's just a big mess, guys. But it's an interesting time to be in the stock market. You know, it's producing a lot of good deals out there. That's the good thing about this. When you have situations like this come up, it produces a lot of good deals on a lot of companies. On the flip side, of course, it sucks because, you know, the markets are starting to finally move up. We're starting to make some money in the markets. You know, across the board, the majority of stocks are up the last, you know, let's say 5 trading days. You know, a lot of people making a lot of money out there. That's fun. And then all of a sudden you get hit with this again, and now it's like, where do we go from here? So it'll be a very interesting day in the markets tomorrow to see how bad the markets take this. Is this a day where we're down like 200 points? If so, that's not too bad. Or is this going to be a day tomorrow when we're down 400 plus points? That's a bigger question. I think a lot of it will come down to whether China comes out and, you know, nails us with a big retaliation threat out there. If they do that, maybe it's a day where we're down 400 plus. We're just going to have to wait. Once again, eventually what's going to end up happening is this whole deal, you know, people are going to stop caring about it. And, you know, as far as fund managers go, the ones that kind of dictate where the stock market goes, eventually it's no different than the North Korea situation. You know, last year, you know, there was all these nuclear war threats and blah, 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 and it was going back and forth, and it would, you know, make the market move huge on a downward day. And then eventually, still like threats were being made, and yet the market stopped caring about it. Like the markets would start going up. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens, but as of right now, it looks like it will be an ugly day tomorrow. So should be some good deals out there. Anyways, let me know what your guys' opinion is on this in that comment section. I would love to hear from you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed that skit at the beginning. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.